Welcome back to the General Audience
No, I didn't
Podcast. We have been arguing for the last 3 minutes about nonsensical stuff.
It's true.
And
makes
we
sense.
decided, you know what, let's stop trying to warm up before this episode and let's just get into it.
Yep.
So, first things first that we want to talk about is
Lantern.
lanterns.
Lanterns.
That was probably really loud in the mic when I went like that.
Do it again. Actually, wait.
Thanks, Nick.
Do it.
Anytime.
Do it again. No, not.
You're going to break the microphone.
I'm not gonna do it.
I apologize.
There.
We should.
There you go.
We should.
All right, lanterns.
So we had a trailer for Lanterns. It's going to be not the next coming project in the DCU, but it's coming out this year.
Next after Supergirl, right?
Yeah, I think it's in August, I believe is when the date was. And this has been a project that I was really excited for. I'm a really big Green Lantern fan. If you have watched some of our early episodes, you would know I've been reading a lot of Green Lantern comics. So, based off of how I view the character and the comics of Green Lantern,
Yeah.
I have to say, this trailer did not look promising at all. It's these comics they're space cops,
Right.
and it doesn't have to be space in space all the time because there's plenty of issues that take place on Earth
Correct.
with missions that happen on Earth. But this is just a show trying to be Yellowstone or
Heavily.
True Detective, and that's not what Green Lantern should be. And dropping the word green from the title, I guess, is fine if you're going to focus on other color of lanterns,
Or any color of lanterns.
but have color.
Yeah. You can have space Yellowstone. That's not ideal, but have them in cool suits. Have them in.
It's just
in
green,
fun-
maybe?
Yeah, green. It's
That'd be
thrown
nice.
out there.
True Detective or Yellowstone is not the vibe of Green Lantern.
No.
It's not what it is at all. You have Hal Jordan being old and angry all the time, which I guess it's fine if they're doing what I think they might be doing with Hal Jordan having been, I guess what's the right word, infected by the yellow impurity with Parallax and orchestrated by Sinestro or whatever. But also, he still acted like himself at that point. He wasn't like he lives in California, and I guess Coast City is like in that area of California. He shouldn't sound like a Westerner with like
That's true.
like a country accent.
Yeah.
And like the Air Force Base, yeah, I guess military people are gonna be a little bit more of that of like not necessarily a Western culture, but I guess more of a hard man's man kind of
Yeah.
culture.
Yep.
But it's still not gonna be hardcore Western. Like there's a character in the comic called Cowgirl who is a pilot who is country, but that's not what Hal Jordan is, and that's what we're seeing in this trailer. So it's bothering me.
Yeah, it's been like a meme at this point that we have that one image of them walking down the road. Like that's been the only thing that we know about this show. Like that's the only thing that's been revealed. And that, I don't know a time frame. I'm sure I'm way off, but like it feels like it's been like half a year. Like that's been the only
I
thing.
feel like
that
it's
we've
been
had.
longer than that.
Maybe
since
longer
we
than
got
half a year.
that.
Yeah, that's been it. And then it feels like the trailer was just an extension of that picture. Like it's drab, it's gray, it's ugly, it's brown. We see him, take off and fly, which is awesome, in his jacket and jeans. Like it just looks like Kyle Chandler, which I like Kyle Chandler, but it just looks like him and the other guy's Jon Stewart, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, Jon Stewart's my favorite Lantern, but it just did not impress me at all. Like it didn't make me less excited because I haven't seen anything to make me super excited at all yet, so it didn't move it down. But like a first trailer's job is to make you more excited, and this did not. It was like, woof. Like this is your third project, like bringing Green Lanterns, like that is awesome. The Lantern mythology is huge, and there are so many different things you can do. And just from the trailer, I'm just like, this does not look great.
Because like a trailer, yeah, it shouldn't reveal everything.
Correct. It should just get you hyped. That's it.
Of whatever the project is.
Correct.
But also, I feel like it's not a big secret that we're gonna have lanterns in the show.
Literally.
Show us a lantern.
Yep.
Or anything.
It's like the first
and
Venom trailer not showing Venom in it, and that was a huge thing. It never showed him at all in the first trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, this is a Venom movie, right? Like, where's Venom?
Because I'm pretty sure that trailer came out before that they even had any special effects done.
Probably.
And that might be the case with this, but also they've been at this for a long time. You don't have any special effects done yet.
Yeah, or at least have him like fast track 1 3-second clip of them suiting up or something. Like, they could have done so much more.
Or even do what we did with Superman and give us a promo image of just one of the lanterns in their suit.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah, I don't.
Have it be Photoshop. I don't care. Like, just anything that to show. Could we get that one shot of the
Or
suit
concept
in the
art.
closet, and it's brown and yellow and hideous. I'm like,
Yeah, it's a brown suit with that has the logo with the green on it, and then there's like some green on the shoulders, and that's it.
it looks
What are we doing?
not it. Nope.
And I'm sure that probably won't be the final suit of the show. We'll probably get a more accurate suit, but show us that.
Yep.
Right
And
off the
do
bat.
not hold it off to the last episode or second to last episode. That's so stupid. There's zero reason to do that. Don't. We have one. I mean, one, technically two, but like not many live action adaptations of Green Lantern, and so there's not a whole lot to compare this to. So do it well. Like this is your first, I guess not the first TV show in the DCU, but it's a big one. Heavy hitter, Lanterns. Like that's a lot of people's favorite section of DC Comics is the Lanterns and the. Is it Io? Is that what the planet's called?
Oa.
Oa. Yeah, right. And just everything there. Yeah, this just looked not good.
So it just baffles me that like this is the studio run by James Gunn, who did Guardians of the Galaxy, which spearheaded the cosmic section of the MCU, and we're gonna fumble the thing that could spearhead the cosmic section of
Correct.
the DCU. And this doesn't have to be Guardians of the Galaxy, but this can. That this opens up a window to still like the space part of
Absolutely.
DC, and we're not seeing anything good from that
At all.
far. And again, like this doesn't have to be a primarily space project, but
There's some space.
we're talking about lanterns, the Lantern Corps.
Yeah, space cops.
They're space cops that consist of beings from different planets all over the universe.
Correct.
With thousands of
That
different
solve
different
intergalactic
aliens.
conflicts with like planet versus planet. Like we got none of that. Zero of that in this.
There's got to be there's a hint of that at least. You got to show us that.
Think like Superman. Like he is in. There's no shortage of Superman in his suit in Superman, which is like I have problems with that movie, but that's like one of the biggest compliments is that it doesn't shy away from any of the
There's
comic
like
bookiness.
one or two scenes of Clark Kent.
Yeah. It's like they don't shy away from any of the superhero stuff. And like this, you feel like the opposite. It's like they're regular people, but they're Green Lanterns. I'm like, it looks like I'm looking at Kyle Chandler and the other guy and the supporting cast of Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just-
It didn't do anything to me.
it's like what I've seen from Hal Jordan, because Hal Jordan is my favorite Lantern, and what I've seen from that character, I don't like. I can understand if they're doing what I said before, because like in the comics, he gets like the gray in his hair because he's been infected by parallax,
That'd be cool.
and so and then after that, maybe they could de-age him and like recast him with a younger actor. I doubt that that'll actually happen. You don't have to because you have Jon Stewart to be your Green Lantern if you want to, and you can also do Kyle Rayner if you wanted to, or Jessica Cruz or any of the other ones.
So many, yeah.
But
We have Guy. He wasn't in that.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the trailer.
I'm worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the DCU has been on as good of a start that it needed to be, or that we wanted to be at least. Superman, I liked it quite a bit.
Me too.
I have some problems with it, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, that was horrible, and
Right.
and nobody should like it. I think the praise that that movie has gotten is completely
was deserved.
yeah, is deserved. And then we had Creature Commandos that came out before that, which is it's good. It's a pretty good show.
I heard it's good. I think it was a mistake leading with that. Because
Yeah, I mean, it's
most people. I mean, not most people. I never watched it. I
I've
have
only
other
seen
friends-
the first 2 episodes because Rick made me watch them,
Yep.
and they were all right.
Yeah.
There's
I had
nothing
some
to
other
write
friends,
home
and they're
about.
like, "Wait, this is like the first thing in the DCU." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." And I don't feel like I've missed any. Like I'm sure there is, but I don't feel like I've missed out on any character beats by not watching that show. Like I don't think leading with that was very smart.
I mean, if anything, it's made worse by Peacemaker.
I believe that.
Because
Season two?
okay, so for first on Creature Commandos, it's fine, but it's a very anonymous show. Not very many people have seen it.
Not many people know about it. Either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
true.
So,
The ad, which a lot of that is the ad. Like
So-
the ad campaign was quite bad.
so in the grand scheme of things, it's kind of irrelevant at this
Yep.
point. And then we had Superman, and then we had Peacemaker, which I thought was kind of a very big step down. It was
Season
It
2?
was.
Yes.
Oh, big step down. Yep, from season 1.
and like the just Flag's character in Creature Commandos is like night and day different than his character in
That's what I've heard. Is
in
that they're
Peacemaker.
like, it's like not even like you can't even like see them as the same person because they act totally different.
No, and I don't know. It just we have that, and then we have Supergirl coming up, which I'm cautiously optimistic. The trailer, I thought. I guess I've seen it again in the movie theater on a bigger screen, which helped it a little bit.
Yep.
So I guess I'm a little bit more positive on that now. But I'm still as cautiously optimistic about that one. And then we have Lanterns coming up. So from what we've seen so far, it's been a bumpy road with
Yep.
the DCU.
Yep. Part of me wishes they could have done just Superman, Batman, Wonder
I
Woman,
know.
Green Lantern. But I'm hoping in 5 years we look back and like I'm glad they did that. Like it's a cool experiment. And now we have our Justice League. Now we have this, but with how long everything we don't even know who our Batman is. Like that's
They're dragging their feet.
they are.
That's how it feels.
They really are. And,
And it
with
kinda
James
feels like
Gunn,
they're-
when you have someone like James Gunn and Kevin Feige who can literally they are calling the shots, and they like Kevin Feige, Overlord of Marvel, James Gunn, Overlord of DC. Like when you have someone like that, why are we not getting more? Like why are we still not know who our Batman is? Superman's almost a year old already. Like Superman turns a year old in 2 months or 3 months. It's like, well, how do we not even know our Batman? We don't know our Martian Manhunter. We don't know our Wonder Woman. We don't know anyone. Do they? Like I'm assuming behind the scenes they have stuff like that happening in casting calls and whatever. But let's pick it up because Phase 1 of Marvel only took 4 years to get the Avengers.
Yep.
We had Iron Man, Iron Man 2, and then Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2,
Captain America,
Thor, and Thor led right into Avengers. It was awesome. A
6
4-year saga.
movies.
Yeah.
in 4
That was
years.
awesome. It was perfect, and it wasn't overkill. It wasn't,
And all the
it wasn't
major
any
players in the
shows.
movies.
Yep, it was awesome, and I just feel like we
See, I think
we gotta pick it up.
I think having major characters, especially like a Green Lantern, as a show is a mistake. I
I
feel like
also agree
that's
with
a
that.
big character
Yeah.
that should get its own full movie before anything else.
Or like do what the comics did, because like in the comics you have a main Green Lantern run that's happening with whoever their primary Green Lantern is. So like where I'm at in the comics, it's Hal Jordan, and then you have a secondary one which is like what's going on within like the Green Lantern Corps. So like make that like the show with lanterns with the adventures of,
Yeah.
of the space cops, and then have your Green Lantern movies with the primary lantern.
Yeah, I do like it, and I know it being a show doesn't automatically like devalue anything. Like
No.
WandaVision, like some of Marvel's best things in the past decade have been shows like WandaVision, Loki season 2. Like there have been some incredible shows, but I want to watch it in a theater. Like if you're confident in it, put it in a theater. Like but then you have like Superman, which yes, Superman was good. Superman didn't even make 600 million. Like it was a success, but it struggled to make $500 million. That makes sense, but when you compare it to like a movie like Iron Man, which Iron Man made substantially more, like I don't know. I think they got to take swings, but take swings that aren't dumb. if that, like Peacemaker season 2 felt like a lot of swings just to be trendy and just to be weird, and I don't think that's going to work if we're talking this being a success.
The lanterns are like so unbelievably important. In
Important, I
comics.
know, and you're going to put on HBO,
and they're like the heavy hitters. Like they are so important in the comics. There's so many important storylines that have huge ramifications to the comics, and they should be way bigger in the eyes of like the people,
the cultural zeitgeist,
that are watching DC or whatever, and they're not, and that's probably because of the movie that kind of shot them in the foot a little bit, but also I think, okay, that failed. Let's try and do that better, and they're not doing that. They took the wrong lessons from that movie, and have like course corrected to the point where it's just the opposite.
That's a good point, because like even like Ang Lee's Hulk 2003. I think that's almost a perfect comic book movie. But that didn't stop. Like, Marvel made another Hulk movie 5 years later. I mean, now Hulk is just, Marvel should be embarrassed every day of their lives for what they've done to Hulk. But they didn't stop using him. Like, they took lessons from that. They made Incredible Hulk, which I don't think is as good. But they still used him. He was great in the first 2 Avengers movies. But yeah, like Green Lantern, which I don't even think that movie's that bad. Like, people are way, like, it's a 2.5 out of 5, but it's not like, it is not atrocious, and I think people are just, people like to hate, but yeah, take your lessons from that and make
at least gets what Green Lantern is.
Yeah, and that movie looks better in the trailer. I'll say, like, I think that movie is much more Green Lantern-y than everything that I've seen from Lanterns, which again, we're talking about a picture and a trailer versus a 2-hour movie, but yeah, pretty disappointing. And really, after Lanterns airs, we will have had 5 projects in the DCU, and 3 of them will have been shows. I don't love that. I already do not. I
think one of the biggest issues is 4 years ago when they first announced what the DCU is going to be. They announced that, all right, this is going to be Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, and there has been no sense of direction of what's going on.
No, and that's exactly what Marvel's problem was up until Thunderbolts. That there was no interweaving. Like, if you're gonna build a universe, build a universe.
Because like you could argue, in the MCU, you don't tease Thanos until the Avengers, but you also been hinting at the Avengers Initiative for the entirety.
And Tony
of
Stark
Phase
was
1.
in Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
like Hawkeye, Nick Fury. Like, Nick Fury was. People don't give Nick Fury enough credit for, like, literally he was like the person in every movie. Like, oh, Nick Fury, there he is. He's gonna connect him to the next movie, and that was cool. You don't have that. Like, this just feels.
And like, look, there's cameos, and like, there's maybe Salvation is gonna be some sort of important plot line. Who cares?
I kind of forgot about that.
Exactly.
The ending of Peacemaker season 2.
The Illinois feel that they put this prison planet on.
It's just
so
what
stupid. Their budget ran out in the last episode.
Because also I feel like that's not even going to be an important plot line for the whole of the DCU. It's more going to be a plot line of just Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah,
and it'll be resolved then. It's like, all right, well, all that build up for one movie.
Yeah,
it's like, okay.
Yeah, let's not elaborate on Salvation. Let's put 3 concert scenes in the final episode of Peacemaker. That'll be good. Oh, James. I love you, but sometimes you're just a little silly.
It's just, and I don't know if this was a sarcastic comment, but like I think one of the writers or producers of the show was like, oh, well, we got rid of the word green from Green Lantern because it's stupid.
Oh.
What?
I hope it's sarcastic.
I hope that was sarcastic. And then James Gunn has been like talking about, well, it's grounded because we want to do something different or whatever. Actually, I don't actually remember what the exact quote was, and it probably wasn't even that. But I remember it being very bad and like the opposite of what I wanted the show to be.
Yeah. Make it grounded, but also keep it Green Lantern.
But
so far, we haven't seen Green Lantern. It's just been 2 dudes.
I'm not gonna make any claims of what James Gunn said if I don't remember exactly what he was talking about.
Fair.
So,
again, didn't make me. Maybe it did make me less excited. If it did, not much. But yeah, they need the official trailer to be incredible. Like going from, and you're probably right about Venom. They probably didn't have him done or whatever, but
Something.
going from his teaser to his official trailer, the official trailer ends with him picking up the guy and Venom coming over Tom Hardy's face and saying, "We are Venom." Fantastic final zing, great trailer. That was amazing, and it trended for days. It's like,
Yeah.
I would have preferred you don't do that. I would have preferred you show Green Lantern in your first trailer because you've been working on this for
The final
5.5 years.
The
but-
final thing in the first trailer is Hal Jordan flying off.
yeah,
But there's like like when Green Lantern flies, he has like a green aura around
he doesn't
him,
have that.
and like you don't see a ring glow.
Nothing. There's a one shot of a lantern that's not lit. Like,
Also, the lantern looks weird. I guess
Yeah, it does.
there's like a frame of a ring almost lighting up. But
That's to, like, make us
but then,
excited?
But then the screen flashes just to white or whatever, and it's like, okay, we didn't even get to see that.
yeah, I could have edited that. Like, it's supposed to
And
make
then-
us like, oh, I can't wait to see what that looks like. Like, no, just show us what it looks like.
And then also, it's a TVMA show that feels out of place.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Man, that's so weird.
And like it's not like, oh, I hate swearing or whatever. It's not like
No, yeah.
like season one of Peacemaker is great. There's plenty of other shows that are TVMA that are great, but it just doesn't feel like the
Green
place
Lantern?
for
Green
Green
Lantern show.
Yeah,
Well, and it's just like that immediately alienates a lot of people. Like, whether or not, didn't know how you were raised, like, a lot of people, like, maybe that I went to school with, like, they couldn't watch rated R movies or couldn't watch whatever. And so, like, if I was a kid and this show was coming out and I was,
oh yeah, Green Lantern, let's
and
go.
my parents would be like, "Oh, it's rated MA," like the same rating as Breaking Bad and some other like super mature shows. They'd be like, "Absolutely not." And I'm like, "Oh, that stinks." Like that really.
And it's not like you can't make a good show that's what TV-14 is that.
there's hardly a difference anymore. Like there's things in like Stranger Things season like 3 and 4. Then I'm like, that was really brutal. Like that's disgusting.
But also,
and
Stranger
bloody.
Stranger Things isn't a property that is advertised to kids quite a bit. Comic book characters are huge.
Correct, but I'm just saying like the line
Yeah,
is so
huge audience of
small
children.
now. So why like it feels again like he's gonna throw in some naughty stuff just for the sake of having naughty stuff in his show and
But like it's not even like about the kids being able to watch the show. It feels out of place. Feels out of character for
it does feel out of place.
some of these
But I
characters.
also do feel for those kids that are like, because there will be some and like, oh, it's an HBO produced. People who made Game of Thrones, people who made a lot of crazy shows, like oh EMA, yeah, no, you're not gonna watch that,
So-
and that stinks.
It's like the comics. There's an
Yeah.
omnibus back there. They censor the swearing in that. It's just a bunch of the
Like symbols.
the
Yep.
symbols whenever they doing like hardcore swear. It's like I don't.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
It's fine. That probably won't end up being my biggest problem with the show when it comes out. But
No,
It's
that
still-
doesn't help anything for me
no,
at all.
it does not help anything.
Great. Live, laugh, love, Green Lantern. Oh, yeah, it stinks. There was a lot of writing on that trailer. It leaked. They released it a day earlier than they were going to,
Yeah.
and then someone leaked it on Twitter. Like, oh, you manifested it early. Here's the trailer. Maybe we shouldn't have. Yikes.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess done with that.
Yep.
I guess. How much do you guys have to talk about Hoppers? You got a lot to say.
I don't know if I have any spoilers, but I do want to talk about it because it's worth talking about.
The only problem that I have with that film is a pretty big spoiler, I'd say.
Oh, really? Did you tell me yesterday?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
I will actually. Okay, do your non-spoiler review, and I'll step out for you guys to talk spoilers.
Deal. Okay. What'd you rate it?
I gave it a 4.5. I thought it was like a return to form for Pixar. It very much felt like a classic Pixar movie.
Yep.
The animation, I haven't really liked a lot of the animation from a lot of the new
Agreed.
Pixar movies, but it really kind of looked nice, this film. It didn't bother me in any ways. They've moved away from that like bean mouth from like Luca and Turning Red, which I'm quite happy with. I thought the message was great.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah.
I get 4.5 too. It never it never felt preachy. And like some of the modern Pixar films are very preachy and like we're gonna put message first and like endearing characters and a good story second, which is not what like Pixar's always had messages, but it was always built on great world building, great characters, great just literally great everything. And so this, yeah, I gave it 4.5 as well. I was super impressed. I think the trailer wasn't very good, which I mean, animated movies, they have to have a funny, stupid kids trailer and like get into the theater. But like, I was very impressed. And, like there were some scenes where I'm like there was a scene, the whole theater. I don't know if I'm gonna say it, but it was a hilarious. It got a guttural reaction out of me. It was so funny. Multiple like there was laughing, there was I was choking my popcorn in one scene. It was great movie. Yeah, the animation is definitely improved. I still don't love a lot of the people. Just looked odd, and not like it never distracted me, but like the environments and the animals are so well detailed. Like it go to a human and they look like a man. Like they look plastic. I'm like, I don't love that. But the designs of the people are good, and the designs of everything is great, and the animation's obviously beautiful to look at. It's Pixar. The humor, it's a very funny movie. Yeah, good message. I was very happy with it. They did things that I was worried they were gonna like fall into the Pixar trap of doing, and they didn't, and they were like very smart about it. And I was very impressed. Like I can't wait to watch it again.
I think the most recent Pixar movie I've seen is Elemental, which was solid. It
was good.
It was good. But I'm glad to hear that this one is a lot better than
Yep.
most
See, I
more recent
think
ones.
the last Pixar film I saw was Luca,
Oh yeah, that's a long time ago.
and it was, I mean, it was good,
Luca
but
was good.
it
Yeah,
wasn't
it wasn't-
anything
yeah.
like,
I think post COVID I haven't really seen much. I think what was like Onward, like the first one to come out during that era.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
March 2nd or March 6th. March something.
So
of 2020.
so I watched that one.
Almost 6 years ago.
I watched that one and then
6 years
years
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
So since COVID I've seen Onward and I've seen Elemental.
And I thought Onward was great. Elemental, yeah, I think I gave that like 3.5. Like it was fun. It was good. But this was written by the guy who directed Nemo and Monsters Inc. So he wrote this.
Oh, I
so
didn't know that.
you can tell like Pete Docter was cooking with the writing and the. Yeah, it was just fun, and it runtime flew by, but it felt like it uses runtime well. Like it felt long when it ended, but that was just because like so much like it is always something is always happening. Like it's always firing and firing and firing.
'Cause I
But
didn't
in a
feel
good
like
way.
like an hour and 40-minute movie.
No, at all. Like it
And there
was.
was a few points that I thought it was going to end, but it kept on going,
Yep.
which I'm glad
I'm glad
because
it did
was.
because the ending is great, and I was not what I was expecting at all. Like things get going, but there was some surprising world building with like supporting characters, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what? Like with the group, I'll say.
It is a little strange, but I really do like it.
Me too. Yeah, it was like we're going all in. Like
go.
there's a whole animal kingdom. It was awesome. It was. Yeah, I was very happy.
Do you think it'll go down as like an all timer or like to be like on par with like early Pixar?
I think it would go down as like on par with early Pixar.
It was in my ranking of all Pixar. I think it's number 10. So it's and I think
It'll
there's
be-
29 films, and so
So
10's pretty good. Yeah.
yeah,
Because it's not the best Pixar movie they've ever put out there, but
yeah, but
it's pretty high up.
If
there.
someone were to say, I have a hard time picking between this and Cars, I'd be like, yeah, it's fair. Like or this and Ratatouille, I'd be like, yeah, it's fair.
so like it's one where if like 10 years from now there's a kid that's like, oh, this is my favorite Pixar movie.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
heck yeah.
Especially if they grew up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that would not be surprising at all.
Yep. And our theater was, I mean, it was probably half full for a freaking 9:15 showing, and a lot of them were kids.
Because like we're gonna be partial to The Incredibles, to Monsters
Ratatouille.
Inc., Cars, yeah, Ratatouille, Toy Story, because we grew up with those, and so I feel like having one that we think is solid and that will also be available for the next generation to grow
Yes.
up with is gonna be pretty good.
This felt like a current like Ratatouille or a current, like you said, current Monsters Inc. Like, mommy, that was my favorite movie ever. Like, good, because that was Very impressed. Like when I saw 97 on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm like, okay, like come on. No, like I believe that wholeheartedly.
So
Like,
that was surprising to me when I first heard that, because I think I'd only seen like a little bit of the trailer. Like
And
I
the
saw like a
adver-
little
ad-
promotional
advertisements
thing. And I was
were
like, oh,
good.
this feels like more of like modern Pixar, but
yeah,
I was blown away.
the ad campaign was not good. Which 90% of animated movies, they play into the slapstick and the fart jokes and the whatever, and the actual movie is much different. But that's to get families, to rush to the theater. But there are things that happen in here, and I'm like,
No, I guess I'll have to watch it maybe in a couple of weeks or something.
it was extremely good.
Whenever I can. But I guess I'll get out of here so you guys can talk spoilers.
Okay, what was your biggest problem?
So, the main messaging of the film was like there's good in everybody, like deep down,
Oh,
everybody
yes.
is
Yep.
good and
Yep.
stuff. But then they go ahead and they kill the main villain. They don't give him any shot at redemption or anything like that. He just dies. Which I think is quite the opposite of what they were trying to say. But
Yeah, which I don't.
his character did kind of deserve it. But
I would say he becomes like a main villain towards the end, but I would say the main villain is still the mayor.
that's fair.
But yeah, so early on we meet the animal council, and it's like the leader of the birds and leader of the water and
All the
leader of
different
the insects.
kingdoms
Yep,
and stuff all have their
the
own
mammal
king.
leader. Yep. And so we meet them, and the leader of the insects is a butterfly, and she's talking, and she's like, something happens, I don't know, and they start yelling at each other. And then Mabel, our main character, the beaver, like the butterfly's up in her face, and she just
Squishes him.
kills her. And a whole theater, like the gasping and laughing, and it was only, I would say, maybe a little less than half full, but it was so funny, and people were like, there is no way. And then Mabel like looks at her hands, and she wipes the guts on the wall behind her, and she's like wiping her off. And the child, the little caterpillar Titus, is like bawling.
Watch all of this happen.
Yeah, he's bawling, and he's like, oh my gosh, my mom. And then Mabel and George run away. But I'm like, holy cow. And then later on, I'm not going to give like all the context, it's a lot, but there's like a final showdown, and Mabel's like, Titus, I'm sorry I killed your mom, in front of like a whole mayor rally, and the whole audience is like, oh my gosh.
Because Titus has swapped places into a robot that looks like the mayor.
The mayor, yep.
So everybody in the crowd thinks it's the mayor.
Yep.
So everybody thinks that Mabel is saying that she
I'm
had killed the
sorry, I
mayor's
killed
mom.
And the mayor goes, don't, she was old and frail. And the audience is like, oh my gosh. And that's what made it feel like old Pixar, because there's a lot in old Pixar movies that I'm like just, they go to the line and they ride the line, and it was very funny. I also thought that so they call him Jerry through the whole movie because his name's Jerry, and I'm like thinking of past like presidential campaigns and just like mayoral campaigns, and like no one ever runs for office using their first name. Like, vote Jerry. Like, you don't say vote Joe, vote Donald, vote Dwight. And it was like, even on his posters, like, vote Jerry. Like, you usually want last name because you vote by last name on ballots. And I was like, Jerry. For really no reason, I just thought that was very funny because, it's always Swanson, or it's President Clinton. It's not President George or President.
I'm sure we could find one.
I'm sure there are, but I don't know why I thought that was so funny. But I'm like, all right, Jerry. And they say Jerry so many times, and like, it was awesome. I don't know if
another thing I really enjoyed about it was all like the presentations that they had. Like whenever the council is first forming and stuff, all like the different kingdoms come in there.
Yes.
And have a nice presentation, and then there's like a later part in the film where the animal council has decided to squash Jerry.
Yep.
And so they bring in an apex predator. And
Diane.
and it starts out with like a bunch of birds flying in uniform, and it all just go and like dive
It's kind
down
of
in the
scary.
water.
It's kind of like foggy and
And they all come back up lifting a giant shark.
named Diane.
Yep. They use that shark to try and squash Jerry.
And they're trying to. So they rest Diane on the back of Jerry's car as they're driving. And Diane's like, you will feel a strong biting sensation followed by death. And like, that's so dumb. And like, it goes completely off the rails, but it felt deserved because like it commits from the beginning on like, it's not like, it is the real world, but it's real world with crazy technology where you can put yourself in a fake beaver's body. Yep. And so I was just so on board with all of the just nonsense that was happening. Yeah, and there were only like 12 birds maybe lifting this huge great
Yeah.
white. I was like, that's not that many birds. Like the bird to pound ratio was like well over 100 per bird. But no, I thought it was fun. There was an
And it
Easter
was-
egg at the beginning with the turtle in the little cage, and it said, "Hi, my name is Crush," from Nemo. Crush the turtle.
Because they also had that at the end, like the professor that made the technology to swap like humans into animals and
Yep.
stuff. She said that she had been like let go from the university,
Yep.
but she's going to go and work on like collars that make dogs talk,
Yep.
which are the same ones from Up.
Yep.
Which I did like that. I didn't spot a Pizza Planet truck. I'm sure it's in there. But
Yeah, tell us. Like, if you see it, tell us where it is, because I'm probably going to watch it again, and I didn't see it either. I was looking for it the whole time. But there were some shots of, like, city streets, and maybe it was
which
just
I'm
there and I
guessing
didn't
it's
see it.
probably driving by.
But I hope it's there. I'm sure it is. I don't think there's been a Pixar movie where it's not there.
If it's been in every one.
Yeah. So it's got to be there.
One thing I was a little nervous about was with her grandma. I thought they were gonna have like
Oh,
another
yes.
like
Yep.
like opening scene like montage and
Yep.
really sad and stuff, which they didn't have that. She does pass away, but it's not. They don't drag on with it or anything
Correct.
like that.
Like, they don't... I won't say most, but some Pixar, even like the really good ones, like they'll play with your emotions, but it'll feel like they're just doing it like just to get something out of you. And like this, I was worried because it does start very tender, like Mabel and her grandma, and it shows like her grandma's getting older, and then it cuts to present day, and it shows like a picture of her grandma, like in a picture frame, and she goes, "Gotta go, grandma," and then she leaves. I'm like, okay, so she died. Thank you for not dedicating 5 more minutes to, it does call back to that. And it does show like when the grandma eventually gave Mabel the jacket and everything, which was sweet, and it was like kind of the whole point to get the Glade back. But yeah, like you said yesterday, like it was a very good ending. Like even though bad things happen, like some bad things and characters are divided throughout the movie, like it ends very happily, and like everyone who deserved to win wins, but it wasn't ever unrealistic because things went down. But yeah, it just felt, I was smiling like an idiot at the end.
I know.
I'm like, oh,
And
that
near the
was
end,
so
when, like,
nice.
They're trying to destroy the dam to put out like the forest fire to save the city
Yes.
and stuff. And like all the mammals come together, but they're just not enough for them to destroy it. And all the other animals from the animal kingdom come to
Yes.
help. And the king mammal, what's his name?
George?
George. Yep.
Yep.
He's sitting there just jumping up and down in joy, and it just
Yep.
made me just have the biggest grin on my face. And
Yep. And the message like
Warms the
was,
heart.
we're all in this together. And I'm like, that's so great. Like, no matter what, your political viewings are, no matter where you come from, like, this Earth's all we got. Like, this is it. I mean, I don't think this is it, like, after we die, but, like, this Earth, like, right now that we have, that's it. So, whatever we do with it, that'll be what happens. Like, we're all in this together. We're all on this little blue ball together. Yeah, very good. Very, very profound, I think. I was very impressed. Some people are, I wouldn't say hating, but, like, I don't know, saying it is, it's not that good. I'm like, well, it is that good, though. So just,
you're wrong.
we finally had a movie this year that I'm like, that was incredible. Like, I
think
really
that might
liked...
be the animated movie of the year.
Yeah.
I think it'd be hard to find another movie that comes out this year that is
Mm-hmm.
better in that regard.
Which I'm sure I'll probably like Mario more, but I'll acknowledge that Mario probably isn't, objectively as good a movie as Hoppers is. I think Hoppers has it in the bag. Like, I liked Crime 101, and I liked Send Help a lot. Like, this, I was like, that is a universal, just slam dunk of a movie. Like, that was so good. The voice acting, musical score could have used some more, but it was never bad. It was fine. Writing was great. It was just awesome. It's very good. Very good stuff.
I think Mabel might be one of my favorite protagonists in
She's
a Pixar
great.
film.
I was very worried at first that she was going to be, girl boss teen. I'm way cooler than the world. I'm standing up for what is right, blah, 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 blah. But, like, no. Like, she gets toned down and she gets realistic, and she, like, goes on a really good arc by the end of the movie. And, yeah, she was awesome. She was endearing and funny, and, yeah.
I love that little like reoccurring joke where her and Jerry just getting those like instant
I know.
arguments.
That was so good.
They call back to it at the end. And
Yep,
it's,
they do it a couple times at the beginning, and then the whole movie goes by, and they do it again at the end when they're both tied up. I'm like, that's so funny. That was great. You have anything else to say?
Nothing that can come to mind, I guess.
Ditto. Go watch Hoppers. It had the biggest opening day for a Pixar movie since COVID, I think.
Good.
Biggest Friday domestically, which domestic means U.S. We didn't know that. So yeah, go watch it. Go support it. It deserves it. And is that all she wrote?
I think so.
All right. See you guys in the next one.